come straight through the red line.
He's got damage, he's got damage.
Your unit! Stay still!
Derbyshire traffic cops.
It does have warning markers for potential firearms.
Turn over! You're under arrest. Intent to supply class A drug.
Police 1,000 square miles.
It's a crash.
You got any other injury other than your head?
With some of the UK's most dangerous roads.
How nobody's been killed out of this, I don't know.
Do you know how fast you were going?
It's scary when stuff like this happens.
In life and death situations.
Get on the ground, you'll be tased! We've got runners. Face down.
Yes, successful sting.
Around every corner.
Great acting, mate.
There's a new challenge for the traffic cops.
Step out of the vehicle now! I'm going
Stay there.
Stop grabbing me like that.
Coming up.
The vehicle is now boxed in.
Get out of the car! Get on the down!
Cracking down on drug gangs.
This is the largest amount that I've ever seen or had any dealings with.
I'm just the driver.
So stop.
Ruling through fear.
I just had one criminal have a knife in my back.
And the dealers.
You're being detained on the Section 23 of the Mischievous Drugs Act.
Cashing in on the victims.
Police! Police!
From an A to all units, looking at this vehicle on intelligence, the suspects of this vehicle, they are linked to drug supply.
Let's go 19.
Go ahead.
Yes. I'm about 2 miles from north.
With drug seizures on the rise, officers like PC Craig Dawes are out targeting drug runners.
The drug trade is really significant. I think it's become a big problem. It appears now that the amount of drugs that's been seized, the ease that drugs are available, the vehicles that we're stopping that's containing drugs, it just seems that it's part and parcel of life now, and it's quite openly there.
Vehicle is being followed. M1 northbound. Forward stop. Everybody stop on it.
Leicester from Derbyshire Traffic, Oscar Tango 19.
Get on the Tango 11. Vehicle is between 4 and 4. Hampton Junction, as we speak.
Colleagues from other forces have got behind a vehicle that they believe is involved in high-end crime. The officers have got unmarked cars behind it. They don't believe that they're being compromised. They're able to follow the vehicle quite closely. From Oscar Tango 19 Derbyshire, you have got myself, high performance, fully marked if I can assist in any way.
That's brilliant. Is there any possibility of a stinger site around there?
There's only the slip road, but it's very busy at this time.
Subject vehicles committed, M1 north. If the Derbyshire Mobile can get a stinger site, that would be helpful.
Yeah, I can wait at exit slip, and then if it continues, I can assist you. I think you've got an ALV as well behind me.
Do you want to take command of your resources onto your force area?
Yeah, 19, I'll take control if that's okay, then I'll put it on this channel and start putting some plan together.
Oscar Tango 31, I've just been tasked.
That's all my head, thanks.
Other units, including traffic cop Nigel Waller, are rushing to assist.
Yeah, I think we've got 2 units now, plus their units behind, so we could put a TPAC on. If you let us know when it's committed, we'll form up and drop in behind you. If you keep a running commentary.
We are on our way from Wakefield down the M1. For information, the securing traffic, solid, slow moving.
Friday afternoon, the volume of traffic through Derbyshire is really heavy. It will backlog very quickly, and you're thinking, what's going to happen here?
Derbyshire, so we've got ability to get one of our cars out, put rolling block on. Yeah, 1-4, I can do that.
Yeah, I'll put the safety on after the tanker.
The plan initially is to surround the vehicle and box it in, but with that option you've still got a risk because you then bring in members of the public into play.
Oscar Tango 1-4, block is on, M1 northbound. Oscar Tango 1-1, we are 2/3 of a mile.
Preemptive tactics is the preferred option at this time. Should the vehicle fail to stop, then initial pursuit is authorised.
Subject vehicle is committed, M1 north, passing the opposite.
Yep, from 19, we are on the entry slip waiting for you to call that you've gone past.
Yes, no worries. Lane 4 of 4, passing on slip 4 of 4. Subject vehicle moves into lane 3 of 4, traffic is slowing significantly, speed is 2020 miles per hour. Yeah, your call then, and the Derbyshire unit is calling. I think it's appropriate to put a box on. Tango 1-1, subject vehicle has moved to lane 1 of 4.
It's going to be aware of our presence now because of obviously the marked unit. It's gone from 4 to 1. We need to get it on.
Tango 1-1, move up. Oscar Tango 1-1, subject vehicle is high. Oscar Tango 1-1, subject vehicle is now boxed in.
Get out! Get out of the car!
Get out of the car now!
Get out!
Go, get on the floor! Get on the down! Go!
Turn over! Get on the floor! Get on the floor! Give me your arms! Give me your arms! Cuff, Scuff, you've got him.
At the moment, you're in possession of intent to supply Class A drug. Right, we're on the side.
One,
Pick up at the movement.
yep.
Move your legs. Yeah.
Move your legs in.
Lunge.
Vehicle stop, no damage.
And
Well detained.
on your arse, and we'll get you. Right, you right now? You right?
Yeah, okay.
Good. We'll slow things down now. All right. But at the moment, you're under arrest. Right? What we'll do, turn the caution. Say anything you see is evidential. All right. We'll get you off the motorway and we'll get you dealt with. Appropriately, all right.
I'm just the driver.
Hey, come on, let's get you up.
Right. 3, 2,
1. Up you go.
Right.
Is your what? This one? Yeah. Come on, pal.
Are you happy to move? Those cuffs all right, yeah?
Are you all
I've
right?
got a broken right shoulder, me out.
That's it, shed load.
It says 10.
It's 10.
As soon as the boots open, we realised that this is quite a significant amount of drugs in the back.
We'll take this as well.
Turn my range off, please.
NA from 19, I don't know obviously what's been passed. We're going to take this gentleman and his car so we can get the motorway opened again.
The officers move the suspect and his car off the motorway so they can be properly searched.
It's always difficult when there's heavy moving traffic and you're trying to get around the other subjects going to and from. I think he was going to think about going, but luckily we all worked together, knew what we were doing and got the box on. One male detained, and it looks like a large quantity of drugs. He's got a lot of questions to answer. He's a suspect, but you've also got to look at is he a victim of cuckooing? It does happen, and people do get bullied into it, and they rule with fright. Cuckooing is something that we're finding where these gangs will target the vulnerable. That can be from basically befriending them to then taking over the flat or house where they will go and deal the drugs from, or being made to transport drugs up and down the country through fear of violence, and it's becoming more and more common. So what we do now is we need to get the vehicles off the motorway. That's the main thing. A motorway lane 1 and 2 at 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon is not the ideal location to do any kind of business. So we'll get to the services and we'll sort it from there.
We'll put them in front stack. All right.
You're not so tight, please.
There you go. Put my fat finger in there, so plenty of room.
Nothing sharp that's going to hurt me or you?
No, sir, no. I'm just the driver.
At the moment, we've got to go through a process, all right? And that process starts here. So we're going to go to Ripley Police Station, where you're going to go to custody.
Don't sit me in a cell for ages.
We're not. No, we'll try to.
Yeah, go in there, mate. Come on, sort it. All right.
Do they aren't benches?
The driver is being taken to custody for interview.
We've located a large cardboard box with 10 green packaging. I believe that packages now could be cocaine, with an estimated value of each block possibly £40,000 a block, which at this stage we believe it's going to be £400,000. Street value, roughly, it's been estimated it may be over £1 million worth on the street.
It's estimated more than £9 billion worth of illegal drugs are sold in the UK every year.
This is the largest amount that I've ever seen or had any dealings with through my time. Just shows you what is being transported up and down that motor on a daily basis, where, you know, you'd think it wasn't. You look at the car, does it stand out? You know, no, it's just a general bog standard car with that in the boot. You know, normally these cars on a Friday you've got your Aldi, Lidl and Tesco shopping in. It's instead we've got a large quantity of drugs that's been seized. So, you know, it's a great result.
Hello.
Coming up,
Where's your number plate?
a suspected runner on two wheels,
What's a motorbike making up to me in Derby?
desperate to get away.
Into a park.
Yes, vehicle's failing to stop.
And more drug pushers
One's alighted from the back.
making a run for it,
There's another one out and running.
putting users under threat.
So stop.
I've just had a knife in my back.
We've got 2 TPAC units.
So let's have a look at
that.
With drug offences on the rise across Derbyshire, traffic cops like Andy Swift are looking out for suspects running drugs.
Hello. Where's your number plate, my friend? Yes, I go. What's a motorbike making up to me in Derby? We're currently 55 miles per hour. So, permission for pursuit, please.
Location 47.
And Bolton Lane, speed is currently 50 and a 30. DRA is low.
We get people riding on mopeds and bikes, driving around dealing drugs, and it is a countrywide problem. There's a massive demand for controlled substances, Class A drugs, Class B, Class C.
Could we get a local Stinger dog unit and potentially MPAS if possible? Pursuit, vehicle is right.
Sarah 4 towards you. Sarah 2 miles, continue at this time, please. Down the first West Street into a park.
Vehicle is currently going off-road into a park. Stand by. It's safe to continue. Vehicle is into the fields.
Thank you for that. Any units can start making their way down to Derby Road or Snelsmore Lane, which may come out on that way. Fellow Lansway. Go to Fellow Lansway.
For information, the rider is wearing grey tracksuit bottoms. He's got a black puffer jacket on. He's a white male, I'd say early 20s, and he's got a black helmet. Full face.
Are you staying on this bit, Swift, just in case it decides to come back?
I'm going to stay where I am, mate. Yes, that's my plan.
Drugs are the sole motivator for most crime. People who commit your burglaries, your shop thefts, theft of cars, commercial burglaries, most of it is down to pay for drugs.
And as soon as you stop one person who's at the bottom of the chain dealing drugs, someone has replaced them 3 hours later, just doing the same thing again.
It's very difficult to catch these people because obviously they just go off road, but they're always worthwhile trying to stop.
There's probably a good 8 hours of the shift left, so let's see what else we can turn up.
Across town, traffic cop Sergeant Scott Riley is also on the lookout for drug runners.
I think drugs are a big issue everywhere, really. I can't really say whether it's any worse here than it is in other places, because obviously I've only worked in Derbyshire, but it's certainly a problem that's not gone away for my 22 years of service.
5 minutes later, he spots another suspicious vehicle.
Are they receiving us Tango Sierra 4? Dead. 1015 vehicle, please, check please at column number 2459. I suspect this will just be a bit of a boy race. Yeah, there's something up with this. Yes, vehicle's failing stop. Advanced driver, pursuit, T-pack, DRE follow at this time. Weather conditions are wet. Speed is 60. Right.
While Scott pursues the suspect, Andy and PC Dan Mitchell race to provide backup.
Units to respond. Possible sticker on.
Take it 47.
Yes, DRE still low on the brakes, on approach to the junction, and it is a left. Speed is 70. Can I have MPAS and Oscar Juliets, please, on approach to that junction?
Where are we best going?
Coming this way.
Right, and then a left.
We're going to go back to the main road.
Yeah, we're still within the estate. Yes, one's alighted from the back.
Finger, please.
There's another one out and running. I believe now there'll just be one driver in the vehicle. So stop. Another unit to me, please.
Where are you? Listen, I've just had a knife in my back. Telling me to go.
Safe and well maintained.
I just had one to criminal that's had a knife in my back. I'm not giving you no trouble. I'm not giving you no trouble. That's why I stopped for you as soon as you got out.
1015 person check, please. 2459.
Oscar Charlie 15.
Quite a bit of arrest history, controlled class A, heroin, crack cocaine.
Yeah, lovely. I would suggest that's what his friends were doing. You been drinking tonight?
No.
I can smell alcohol in your breath.
Can you?
Yeah?
There is smoke on the smell. Stink.
There's some dealers.
Really?
Told me to get him away for it. But you've seen me let him out, surely.
Pumps here around the end of the tube. Go on, continuous left to take stop. Keep going. Hang up.
Otherwise we're doing 16 statements.
The driver's under the Eagle limit. Right, of course you pass the roadside breath test, but because of the manner you're driving, I suspect that you're under the influence of something. I can also smell cannabis. So my colleague's going to do a drugs test on you, alright?
Sergeant, there's a large machete in the back of his vehicle.
Oh, that'll be what I had in my back.
Okay, so you're saying you're under duress to drive like that, do you?
He told me if I didn't get him far enough away from you to jump, he was going to stab me. That's why, as soon as they got out of the car, I stopped.
So what were they doing in your car then? How did they get in your car?
I was just about to score off them.
What I suspect that they're doing with him is he's a drug user. They will be using him to drive them around Derby because he's insured, he's got a licence. They will be doing their deals, they will be delivering their drugs to anybody in Derby. It's like a bit of an Uber for the drug dealer, really. And they will just slide him his drugs free of charge for his night's work.
While Dan waits for the results of the drugs wipe, Scott deals with the driver.
At this moment in time, I'm arresting you on suspicion of dangerous driving, failing to stop for the police, possession of an offensive weapon and possession of cannabis. And you'll go to Derby custody and then you'll be interviewed, and everything that you're saying about being under duress, you can tell us on interview, all right?
As you can see, cannabis and cocaine, there's a red line on the control line and then there's a red line on both the test lines, so it's positive for both. So we'll go and have a blood test now back at custody.
Drug driving's a big problem, but we've now got kits where we can test whether a driver's showing positive for cannabis or cocaine, and the hit rate on it is startling, really. I'm further arresting you for driving whilst under the influence of a controlled substance.
A search of the car raises suspicions further.
There's the keep knife in back down if you want.
Oh,
we've got another one.
Oh.
Well, these combat knives, don't they? There's two knives. That was on the floor on the rear side and near, so passenger side. It's probably about, I don't know, blade's probably about, what, 15 inches long, maybe? And then there's another one, another combat knife, and that's probably about, what, 12 inches probably. So I'm sure if they were to be used on you, you won't come out very well. So I think they call them, some potentially zombie knives, I'm not really sure, definitely combat knives.
It's horrendous to think that they're on the street. They've got no need to have those. There's only one reason, that's to obviously to hurt someone or to intimidate someone. That's all it's there for.
I don't say this often, but I believe him. One's ran out, then another one's ran out, then he's stopped, and there is a big knife in the car.
Yeah. It will be true, innit? And he's heroin user, isn't he? They'll be cuckooing, won't they?
Yeah, they'll be just running him about to deal the drugs, hence why there's a deal of cannabis on the back and a bit of money.
And he's stopped.
And a big knife, and then he's stopped when they've run off. It's clearly a drug user. Possession of those knives and the failed stop, I would suggest that's going nowhere because they're not his knives. I wouldn't suggest. I would believe that they're the lads that were in the back. And if they're saying that we're going to kill you if you don't do this, then who wouldn't?
The people at the top of the drugs trade are just exploiting people, from the low-level dealers to your drug users. It's the people at the top are the ones that need to be targeted. And I know they do get targeted, but more often than not, it's the people at the bottom that fall.
Cannabis is there, a very small amount. Not a huge deal whatsoever. So I imagine that whatever drugs they did have on them, they probably ran off with the other two that were in the car. And obviously they'll find some other poor victim to drive them round and deal the drugs as the circle unfortunately continues.
We've got it. We've got the vehicle.
Coming up.
Scratch. You're being detained on the Section 23 of the Mischievous Drugs Act.
Derbyshire's road crime team hunt down a suspected dealer.
Police! Police!
Scotty, do you want this phone?
Drug dealers really don't want us to have access to their phones.
It is bright daylight, so we haven't even got the cover of darkness to assist us at the moment.
Millions of pounds worth of drugs are trafficked around Derbyshire every year.
There's nothing there, is there, to give us any kind of cover? Not down there either.
PC Nick Lovett and the road crime team are tasked with cracking down on dealers.
Our main work on the unit is drug related. These individuals are dealing controlled drugs within Derbyshire. We will actively hunt these people down. Persistence and patience is key in our role. We're given a tasking and we won't stop until that tasking is complete.
Even though we are in plain clothes, in plain cars, and there's persons on the unit that have worked this area as a beat area before coming onto the unit, so we're all quite well known for some reason.
Nick and the team are responding to intelligence about a local suspected dealer.
We get information linking this individual to the supply of controlled drugs we believe to be Class A drugs within the area of Ripley and surrounding areas.
The main aim of the game today is to go out, locate him, stop him, search him, and see what we find on him.
Yeah, Victor 4 will find a plot location. Is that plot location near Vex Crest?
Yeah.
Sergeant Luke Christian and PC Dave Bull are also on the lookout.
The individual is linked to certain properties in the Ripley area. We know he has access to certain vehicles. Those are the main source of our attention.
The vehicle we're looking out for, one of them is a Nissan Qashqai and the other is a Ford Transit Connect. We'll just try and get as close to him as we can in plain clothes and plain cars and jump on him before he can run. The challenges that we'll face where we want to be looking is staying undiscovered really by the locals. We have to look at an area and we have to judge how long we can reasonably stay in the area for. Hey mate, it's Nick. I'm literally on plot. Where do you want me to cover, mate?
Just park up out the way of each other, wherever, you not follow us.
It will do, mate. Will do.
But after 4 hours, there's no sign of the suspect.
He lives to fight another day, doesn't he? But he will come at some point. We have to get lucky once. He has to be lucky every day he goes out with a load of drugs, so.
We have to go again another day.
We've got 4 unmarked cars out. Yeah, it's just a case of flooding the area with police cars and trying to find him.
And that's just how our work is. We don't give up.
There's no sightings of the van or the Qashqai. We're standing it down.
Day 1, nothing. Day 2, still nothing. Day 3, again, drawn a blank.
He lives to fight another day.
We will go again, and again, until we've stopped the person who we need to stop.
The plan is on a rainy Wednesday, we're back out looking for the same lad that we've been looking for the last couple of deployments in Ripley. We're back out with 4 unmarked cars to try and locate him, see if we can get him stopped.
And here we are on day 4, going again.
You have to be a little bit patient, not force it. You can get a little bit downhearted when day after day after day that you don't get a result, but when you do get the result, it makes it all better. Scotty, I missed a little bit of that. What have you got, mate? We've got it. We've got the vehicle.
One of my colleagues has seen the subject vehicle turning into the car park and into a parking bay.
Hey, Pop, right?
I'm good.
How's it going?
All right, mate.
Okay, mate.
What's crack?
At this moment in time, you're being detained under Section 23 of the Mrs. Drugs Act for the purpose of search information linking you
and the vehicle to the supply of controlled drugs. Yeah. Okay. Obviously, the objective of the search is to find out if you're in possession of any controlled drugs or not. Yeah. Okay.
I've literally just been and bought some.
You've just been and bought some.
Where is it?
In the middle here. In the middle? Yeah. Where?
In that egg thingy.
In
that egg thing.
Yeah. Right, I'm going to hand you over. Yeah, I've got all them. Where is it?
In the middle, in the egg.
Okay.
Little Kinder egg.
In the egg. What is it?
Pardon? What is it?
Cocaine.
It's not uncommon to offer an amount up, so we're always cautious as to whether they've offered that up knowing there is another further amount, and they hope that we will just take what they've offered up and leave and not search properly. Well, that certainly isn't the case with us.
How much is it, mate?
6 I've just bought.
Okay. And I'll be honest with you, mate, you're going to get locked up.
I know, yeah, I agree.
I'm going to search your house.
Yeah.
There's nothing in your house.
No.
You sure?
Yeah, nothing, no.
Your phone?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, what's the PIN number to?
Not telling you.
Not telling us, okay, fine. Just to let you know, okay, at this moment in time you're under arrest on suspicion of possession of intent to supply Class A controlled drugs. No. Okay?
Oh, is it good to
It'll be a while, mate. Okay.
Yeah. A Kinder egg, which contains a quantity of little small dealer bags of white powder, which he's saying is cocaine. So he's off to custody, and now we're going to go and do a search at his home address. A little bit of time is of the essence, really, because he's quite well known, so we need to get to his address quite quickly. We're in, no issues. Bit of a result that we didn't have to put the door in. Obviously a female and 2 children in there, so we have to be mindful, obviously, of not scaring the kids and things. And yeah, we've got a job to do, but obviously we don't want to scare the kids, do we? So we'll go and start searching and stuff. Get it done as quick as we can.
We are looking for anything drug related, anything to prove the individuals linked to the supply of controlled drugs.
Scotty, do you want this phone?
We locate a mobile phone. Mobile phones can be key to us within the investigation, and a lot of drug dealers and drug users really don't want us to have access to their phones.
Are we all done in there? Just got to do the cash card. Very clean, very tidy.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Do you want us to go in before you get there? We're going to a linked address that we've also got a warrant for, so we're just going on to that address quite quickly, really. Probably not as fruitful as we'd hoped, but there's certainly items of interest in there. Found a phone, hopefully that's linked to him. What number? Is this it? Yeah? Police! Police!
We're there to prove or disprove the information that we're getting. That these individuals are actively dealing controlled drugs from properties on the streets within Derbyshire.
Nothing further is found at the second address. Nick and the team return to base to check in the evidence.
We found a quantity of drugs, mobile phones. When it's all pieced together, I believe that it will prove his involvement in supply of drugs. Persistence does pay off. Keep going and going and going, and that's down to the team's work ethic and drive to be taking these individuals off the street.
He's then failed to stop for us and thrown out them 5 bags of white powder.
Coming up, a suspect tries to ditch the evidence.
It was suspected to be Class A, possibly crack cocaine.
Drug test, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So on the test line, you can already see there's a line coming up.
No, you can do it No, me no, never do it.
Contact the vehicle.
Yeah, no worries. I'm quarter of a mile from junction 26, so I'll not be long.
Near Derby, PC Andy Swift is responding to a call for backup.
There's been a report earlier on of a vehicle that's made off from some Amber Valley divisional officers where they've stopped it, and then when they've got out, it's drove off and it's thrown a load of packets with white powder in. So I'd imagine it's probably drugs related. Doesn't take a genius to work that out. I think by pure chance they've located it again. And it's actually been located, I think, parked up. Good skills, everyone. Thank you. Hey up, mate, you alright? We just come across as it's quite good news, isn't it, mate? So...
Not liked it.
No one?
Yeah.
Is it you it failed to stop for earlier on?
Yeah.
Was it?
We'll have the car, but I think it'll need a proper search.
Do you want to shift this if we've got a key? We'll go up to Screwfix.
With the car on a busy road, officers decide to relocate to a car park to search it properly.
Want me to drive that?
Yeah, if you want, and then we'll just all go up in convoy. How's that?
We've got keys for this.
Mate, it's here on the dashboard, I think. Yeah, we'll follow you up. So we're just going to go on, drop the car off for a better location.
If the car's believed to be involved in drug dealing, obviously we've got the power to search it, and we're going to search every inch of that car to try and find the evidence that we need to potentially end up prosecuting someone. We don't want to let anything get past us.
So we were driving along, a vehicle's gone past us at the junction, high rate of speed, so we've gone behind it with the intention of stopping it and wondering why it was going so quick. He's then failed to stop for us and thrown out them 5 bags of white powder from the driver's window. We've then managed to locate this vehicle in the next town over and secure the driver, and he's currently arrested and pending interview. We suspect it to be Class A, possibly crack cocaine.
No further drugs are found.
Has he got any insurance or at all? No.
But now they need to check whether the suspect is driving legally.
Have you got proof of it with you?
What is proof?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, you just give me this one and I tell you in my
No. Have you got a policy document? Have you got access to a policy document? You've got one,
if you let me to find
No,
it.
not at the moment, but I'm saying you have got one.
Yeah.
And have you got a licence?
I have Albania license.
Have you got it with you?
No, it's not with me.
That's bad news then, because how do we prove you've got a licence?
I'm going to require you to find me a specimen of saliva, okay? Because I've got reasonable suspicion that you might be under the influence of drugs. So, I'll perform a roadside drugs test, okay?
Drug test, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stick your tongue out, like that. And I'm going to scrape this on your tongue, okay?
Okay. You can do what you want, bro.
So this test for cannabis and cocaine.
Okay.
He's been subjected to a roadside drug test. I think people don't realise how long it stays in your system, and I think it's so much more prevalent nowadays. I think a lot of people who would not drink drive don't realise that they are drug driving.
Okay, so it'll take about 10 minutes to work.
Okay.
And we'll see what the results are, okay? Yeah, do you want to come sit in their car for us?
My car?
No, their car.
My car. You're coming to the police station.
Police station?
Yeah.
Why?
You're under arrest.
Arrest?
Come on.
Why arrest me?
Yes, do you want to put cuffs to the rear though, just?
Yeah.
I've just got cuffs on straight away as soon as vehicle.
Why?
Sure.
Can you tell me?
Jump in then.
Yeah, jump in.
Hold the seatbelt for me, mate.
Tell me why you send me arrest.
Okay, so tell me you're getting custody, but it's been explained to you.
Yeah. I've seized both his mobile phones and drugs. I think that goes without saying.
Starting to show up a line. Already, as you can see.
That's, yeah.
So if you want to further him, because it's positive.
So it's 1854, but further under arrest on suspicion of drug driving, okay?
No, drug driver, bro.
So you do not have to say anything, but it may harm the defence when questioned. Something they found court and you say they've given evidence. So on the test line, you can already see there's a line coming up.
No, you can do it again, but maybe it's wrong. No, never do it.
So what happens, you'll go to the police station, and they'll do a further test, an evidential test, to determine...
You can do every test, but that one maybe is wrong.
So they'll do that at custody. This is just a preliminary test at the roadside, and they'll do an evidential one at the police station, okay?
Put it first one.
He's failed a drug swipe, he's got no licence, he's suspected of not having any insurance, and he's failed to stop. Coupled with the fact that obviously there's been drugs thrown from the vehicle, so he's the type of person that is going to basically cause carnage on the road.
With more than 200,000 drug offences recorded across England and Wales every year, the police are clamping down.
The use of cartelised drug supply is massive, and it is a countrywide problem. It's very easy money. You can see why people who haven't got much in life, like a lot of these unfortunate people haven't, do what they do.
Ideally, we'd like to take out the top people, but to get near anywhere like that is proving difficult. So you tend to target your kind of medium criminals involved in it, maybe the ones that are being used as mules to move the drugs around the country.
They've been fighting the war on drugs for many, many decades before I was born, and they'll still keep fighting it. It's all well and good the police doing our bit, but you're scratching the surface, and as soon as you stop one person who's at the bottom of the chain dealing drugs, someone has replaced them 3 hours later, just doing the same thing again.
For every car that we stop, there's probably 10 that manages to get through the net and goes on to deliver and makes a lot of money out of it. But if we just rolled over it and gave up and said, well, we're fighting a losing battle, then what's the point? So we'll always try his best. And even if we take one car out, at least it's one car that's not then going on to sell drugs or ruin somebody else's life through crime.
In this episode,
Vehicle is now boxing.
Get out of the car! Go, get on the floor! Get on the floor!
Cuff, you've got him.
the driver caught transporting £1 million worth of drugs
I'm just a driver. Right.
was remanded in custody.
This is the largest amount that I've ever seen or had any dealings with.
At court, he received a 30-month prison sentence for drug dealing.
Hello. Where's your number plate, my friend?
The rider on the electric bike
The vehicle is into the fields.
was never traced.
So stop. Call the unit to me, please.
The suspect, who claimed he was being exploited by armed drug dealers,
I've just had a knife in my back.
was arrested for dangerous driving, failing to stop, possession of an offensive weapon, and possession of cannabis.
Oh, we've got another one.
But released without charge,
That'll be what I had in my back.
and no action was taken for drug driving.
You've been detained.
The man the road crime team arrested was found guilty of drugs possession and cannabis supply.
Where's it?
In the middle, in the egg, in the little Kinder egg.
He received a 12-month suspended sentence and 200 hours unpaid work. And the driver who allegedly failed to stop for police and threw drugs out of the car
So this test for cannabis and cocaine?
Starting to show up a line. Already?
No, you can do it again,
So
but
what-
maybe
so-
it's wrong.
No,
No,
that's fine.
never do it.
remains under investigation while police await the results of further drugs tests.